is not enough. And we don't lack ideas. What we lack is the knowledge or the engine to be placed in the vehicle to move the vision. Let me take you on a drive down my memory lane. In Jamaica, as a child, I was always curious on how to make money. I love money. And while other kids would think about their career, they wanted to be a police or a lawyer or a doctor, I just wanted to figure out how I can make money. And I recall asking individuals and neighbors for cloth so that I can cut the cloth and I could make purses and I can sell it and I'm gonna make money. Well, the idea died quickly because I ran out of thread. And so I thought of another idea. There was a beautiful cherry tree in the front of the yard. And I love cherries. And so I picked the cherries, and one day it's like, why don't you sell the cherries? So I got my little sand bucket, and I picked the cherries, and I put it in the bucket, and I was ready to sell. And this rude little boy saw my sand bucket, and he kicked it over. I was so upset, and there was my market. Let's move forward. I've always been intrigued with business. I've meddled in real estate. I have led teams. I have traveled the world. I have even bought a franchise. In 2013, returning to the United States after being overseas in Saudi Arabia for a few years, where I ran a department at a university, I wanted to start my own business again. So I did a test prep center, and it worked well, and then I expanded. But in the back of my mind, I always wanted to do leadership development. And so in 2016, I said, this is it. I'm gonna push leadership development because at the end of the day, even as a business person, you need to know how to lead. And so 2017, I came up with this idea that I was going to do the International Women's Conference, and through the conference, people will see my company, my vision. The conference was great, I should say, but no one really caught the vision. So navigating success, utilizing the 5 V's framework for professional growth and alignment, driving the vehicle. So these V's, we have V1, the vision, V2, the vocabulary, V3, the vessel, V4, the village, V5, being visible. So we talk about V1, you're still riding, right? We're still in this vehicle, we are traveling. I love luxury cars, so we are traveling. With a vision, it's really about getting to that destination. And so you need to know where you're going from, to, by, because. So we're gonna do this together. We're gonna go from being average to being the best because we are here to conquer the world. Let's try it again. We're going from playing small to playing big because the world needs to know we are here. So with vocabulary is communication, the words that we use. They are so important and sometimes we forget that they are. In a corporation, the words that you use is important. How to describe yourself. Have you ever gone to a networking function and someone tell you what they do and it's just like, huh? What happened? You what? If you can get out what you do in 5 to 7 words, I would say the most 10, but let's keep it a 5 to 7. If you can say what exactly you do within 5 to 7 words, they can repeat it tomorrow. It can spread. Again, if they know what you do, it's easy to say, oh, such and such does this. So give it a global leadership experience through events and programs. The vessel. You find a vessel where a ship, right? So think about it's contained. A vessel. Have you ever gone into a meeting and there's no agenda? It's the most annoying thing. It's like you're going in a circle. What is going on? And you come out of the meeting and just you didn't accomplish anything. So a vessel keeps everything intact. It's a structure. You have your agenda. And if you're in business, the scorecard. You can't just be in business and don't know where you're going from where to where and if you have accomplished anything. And that's why you see with most corporations, they have the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, because they want to stay on track. This is my favorite. The village. Are you familiar with the village? What the village can do? It takes a child. A child is raised by the village. It's not just the child by itself. And no man is an island. You might think it is. You might think you are. But no. So, building a collaborative team for a successful journey ahead, we need key people to be on this journey with us. When it comes to village, you think about the chambers, you think about your parents, you think about your mentors. You think about those sponsors that believe in you and your vision, and they want to help you to keep going. Think about your driving, you're on a long ride from New York to LA. It's quite lonely without anyone. You need your village. Visibility. I love to work with those clients where they're scared of social media. Oh, I'm an expert, I don't want to do that. Well, guess what, guys? If there's no picture taken, it's as if you weren't there. If there's no video recording us right now, it's as if I wasn't here. This, to me, is also visibility. Putting myself out there, out of my comfort zone, to let you know about the 5 framework that works for me. Visibility. So think about yourself and these V's and what you're going to improve for these V's. So remember the vision, the vocabulary, the vessels, the village, and visibility. We could all dream build, boldly. We dream boldly. Build simply. You remember the little boy that I talked about earlier? That little rude boy that kicked over my bucket? Maybe he didn't see my vision. We were children. And quite frankly, I did not use the vocabulary words to explain to him. And vessel, well, we know there was no vessel. And as far as village, there were no adults around to say to him, stop, don't do that. And visibility, you know what? I forgot that little chart and my marker to write that the cherries were for sale. Vision is not enough. You need the framework. You need the 5 V's to drive the vehicle. Thank you.